السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم هبة ناجح، مدرس مساعد تمريض صحة المجتمع، كلية التمريض جامعة المنصورة، في محاضرة Global Environmental Health supervised by دكتور سامية محمود، أستاذ مساعد تمريض صحة المجتمع، كلية التمريض جامعة المنصورة. Outlines: definition of environment and environmental health, environmental factor, importance of environmental health, themes of environmental health, definition of global environmental health, National Institute of Environmental Health Science goals, emerging issues in environmental health, WHO response and Egypt response. Definitions: human interact with the environment constantly. This interaction affects quality of life, years of healthy life, and health disparities. The WHO defines the environment as it relates to health as all the physical, chemical, and biological factors external to a person and all the related behaviors. Environmental health consisted of preventing and controlling disease, injury, and disability related to the interaction between people and their environment. Environmental factors increase the likelihood of exposure and disease, which includes exposure to hazardous substances in the air, water, soil, and food, climate change, natural and technological disaster, occupational hazards, and the built environment. Importance of environmental health. Maintaining a healthy environment is central to increasing quality of life and years of healthy life, as globally 23% of all deaths and 26% of deaths among children under age 5 are due to preventable environmental factors. Themes of environmental health. The Healthy People 2020 environmental health objectives focus on 6 themes, each of which highlights an element of environmental health. Number 1, outdoor air quality. Number 2, surface and groundwater quality. Number 3, toxic substances and hazardous waste. Number 4, homes and communities. Number 5, infrastructure and surveillance. Number 6, global environmental health. Definition of global environmental health. It's a research, education, training, and research translation directed at health problems that are related to environmental exposures and transit national boundaries, with a goal of improving health for all people by reducing the environmental exposure that lead to avoidable disease, disabilities, and death. National Institute of Environmental Health Science identifies global environmental health as a part of its strategic plan for 2018 to 2023 themes, recognizing that because environmental health problems cross national boundaries, conducting studies around the world benefits not just those in areas being studied, but all people who suffer from the same or related environmental problems. The inclusion of global environmental health continue a tradition of National Institute of Environmental Health Science global leadership and collaboration on solving the most pressing environmental health problems and improving the lives of the most vulnerable population, both in the United States and around the world. National Institute Environmental Health Science Goals. The Global Environmental Health Program assists the National Institute of Environmental Health Science in achieving its goals in 3 areas. Area number 1, global environmental health research. Area number 2, global environmental health translation. Area number 3, global environmental health scientific capacity. نمبر 1 global environmental health research، وده معناه ان يبقى فيه بحث علمي، ان انا اجمع knowledge و information على الاكسبوجر بتاع البوبوليشن، اعمل assessment للاكسبوجر، الناس ازاي بتتعرض للانفيرومنتال بولوشنز دي وايه هو الافكتس بتاعها على الهيلث. بعد كده اتنقل لاريا نمبر 2 اللي هي ترانسليشن، ان انا اترجم النوليدج او الانفورميشن اللي انا اخدتها دي عشان اوصلها للليدر او الديسيجن ميكر عشان يعملوا ديزاين وامبلمنتيشن لبروتكشن وبروموشن اكشن بلان. بعد كده اتنقل للاريا نمبر 3 اللي هي الجلوبال انفيرومنتال هيلث ساينتفك كاباسيتي، ان يبقى في عندي تعهدات والتزامات بان يفضل في متابعه للساينتفك ريسيرش عشان افضل اجمع معلومات على طول على طرق الاكسبوجر للانفيرومنتال هازارds والافكتس والامباكتس بتاعها على الهيلث. وده طبعا من خلال الكولابوريشن والبارنترشيب ما بين المؤسسات او البروجرامز دي وما بين البلدان حول العالم. Emerging issues in environmental health. climate change، وسبق طبعا واتكلمنا عنه، من ارتفاع درجة الحرارة اللي بيعمل اكستريم في الويذر وفي الهيد وبيبقى له امباكتس كتير سواء على الانفيرومنت او على الهيلث بتاعت البوبوليشن. الديزاستر سواء الناتشورال مين ديزاستر لازم يبقى فيها ليها بريبيردنس ومانجمنت عشان اتجنب الافكتس بتاعتها. نانو تكنولوجي بالرغم من البنفيتس بتاعتها الا ان ليها ريسكس برضو على الهيلث حتى لو كانت بشكل unintended او بشكل غير مقصود. The built environment طبعا ليها hazards كتير خاصة من الناحية الاوكيوبيشنال. exposure to unknown hazards، ودي حاجة very dangerous لأن أنا مش عارف أنا معرض لإيه ومعرض له إمتى ومعرض له فين بالظبط، فمش قادر إن أنا أخد البريكوشنز بتاعتي اتجاه الهازاردز دي. blood lead levels، والليدز ده أو الرصاص ده طبعا موجود حوالينا حتى في البيوت بتاعتنا، فالأطفال أكتر فئة معرضة ليه بنسب كبيرة، فدي حاجة من ضمن الأخطار الكبيرة جدا. WHO response: the health, environment and climate change strategy and WHO 13 general program of work 2019 to 2023. In WHO cooperate strategy, 3 strategic priority drive WHO contribution to ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages. The 3 strategy priority with a description of how health and environment contributes to each of them are: number 1, achieving universal health coverage. Number 2, addressing health emergency. Number 3, promoting healthier population. أول حاجة إن أنا أعمل تغطية صحية شاملة بإن أنا أوفر هيلث سيرفيس تكون متماشية مع الهيلث انفايرومنت. تاني حاجة إن السيرفيس دي تكون متوفرة بناء على سيرفيلانس أنا عملته، وبالتالي عملت بريبيردنس للخدمات اللي المفروض تكون متزامنة مع الامرجنسي اللي أنا هواجهها. نمبر 3 إن أنا أعمل بروموت للبوبيوليشن يكون فيه هيلثي بوبيوليشن من خلال إن أحسن الانرجي، يبقى عندي سيف وكلين انرجي، إن أنا أحسن الترانسبورتيشن واستبدلها بالووكينج او بالبايك، حاجات تكون هيلثي للانفايرمنت بتاعتي، ان يكون عندي سستينابل فود واجريكلتشر، ان يكون عندي سيف ووتر كواليتي واير كواليتي، يبقى في عندي سانيتيشن ويبقى في عندي هايجين، ويبقى في عندي urban او community او infrastructure يكون فيه green عشان اقلل اي environmental pollution ممكن تحصل. Egypt response: the United Nations Development Program aims to assist Egypt in mitigating the risk of climate change as well as mainstream environmental concern in all areas of policy, including limiting pollution and the emission of greenhouse gases, preserving fragile and vulnerable ecosystems, decreasing energy waste, and improving consumption pattern. United Nations Development Program assisted the Egyptian government in developing its national climate change adaptation plans, meeting its international role by submitting national as well as reporting to the United Nations Framework Convention of Climate Change Secretariat on the climate change initiatives through the national communication reports that contribute to Goal 13 on climate change in line with the Sustainable Development Goals. The United Nations Development Program supports the government of Egypt in the adaptation of low-lying lands in the Nile Delta with the expected sea level rise associated with climate change through integrated coastal zone management planning and implementing of soft engineering solutions for shore protection. The United Nations Development Program also supports the government in decreasing energy waste and energy consumption by helping with the spread of energy-efficient lighting systems. This is significant at 25% of energy consumption in Egypt goes to lighting. The project targets the public and the private sectors and aims to increase families' awareness as the residential sector consuming 40% of the electricity in Egypt. Implementing energy-efficient lighting system will help Egypt's energy security and reduce its overall energy demands. The United Nations Development Programme has also collaborated with the Ministry of Environment and the Global Environment Facility to curb greenhouse gas emission and energy consumption in the transport sector by launching the Sustainable Transport for Egypt project, which built two 14-kilometer non-motorized vehicle routes in Fayoum and Shibin el-Kum, and supports people who wish to purchase bikes by providing zero-interest loans. The United Nations Development Programme has helped Egypt make progress in solid waste management in the governorates as well, with the introduction of more advanced technology for compositing in landfills in Armenia, establishing a waste compositing plant, transfer station, and a sanitary landfill.